Hi, it's Tammy Pally, aka the Crafty Princess, and I have a box opening / initial review of a craft product I received for review from a company called Leisure Arts that some of you may be familiar with. They do all types of crafting stuff. They publish books, a lot of booklet type things with projects, how-to projects, and they have numerous craft products, and that's what I'm looking at today is one that they sent to me for review called the Oval Loom. The Ultimate Oval Loom. It's a knitting set, so it actually comes in a box, and it includes, looks like a couple of oval looms, the little tool that you used here, and also a booklet. And I will say that I have used looms before. Especially these sort of peg looms. I love these peg looms. One beef I have had though about using looms like this in the past is that usually you have to use really thick yarn, bulky weight yarn, and so I don't usually have a lot of bulky weight in my stash. I tend to really prefer, I would say like sport weight and fingering weight, and maybe some worsted weight. Those are the kind of weights that I usually gravitate towards. So when something calls for bulky, then I have to go out and look for it. And I mean, not that I have anything against buying yarn. I really like to buy yarn. But the other thing is, if it's a bulky weight item, then that means the piece is really bulky, right? If you're using bulky yarn, you're going to make a bulky finished product. And according to this on the box here, I was looking at this before I opened it, and it's on the back here. It says, there it is. On the back, it says, smaller, closer pegs are perfect for light to medium weight yarns. So, that sounds really interesting. So I'm very curious about this. Even if you have to use bulky yarn though, looms are a wonderful way to do some yarn crafting. I like them because sometimes I have trouble with my hands. You know, I have a little arthritis and stuff, and so I have to make sure to kind of do different types of yarn stuff. If I crochet too much, then it bothers me. If I knit too much, then it bothers me. So I do a little crochet, and then I maybe do some knitting. Looming is wonderful. It's very easy, and you don't have, it's usually kind of, I won't say completely mindless, but pretty close. So this is the back of the box. So let me go ahead and open it up here. And this retails for $19.95. I have their website here I'm looking at on my other computer. And if you go over to their website, leisurearts.com, I'll put the URL down here for you to see. But if you just, Google Leisure Arts or go to leisurearts.com, you can, I just popped in, I didn't even look at anything else. I just put in the search bar, the little search box that they have over to the right, and when you get to the website, I put in Oval Loom and it came right up. But like I said, it retails for $19.95, and one of the things I noticed here on their website, over here on their website, is that they actually show some photographs from the picture. They actually have pictures that show photographs from the book. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. All right, let's open this guy up here. All right, so it comes, this is like a tray, plastic tray that's in the box, and we have two looms and the tool that you need. This tool is necessary for you to take the yarn and put it over the pegs after you wrap it. But let's see what else. This is, I'm not sure what that is. All right, let me see what else is in the box, because I think there's a book at least, if not. Let's see. Yes. Okay. Oh, this is a pretty nice book. Okay, wow. Okay, so for $20, that's pretty nice. Two looms, a loom tool, and a book. That's pretty decent. I know I bought my round. I have a set of round looms that you've probably seen those before. They're very inexpensive. I think they run about $20, and there's like 4 of them. And they're at most craft stores. There's no book though. They have a little pamphlet, but nothing like this. So this is really nice. Oh, and it's full colored and everything. All right, so this has Beginner's Guide to Oval Loom Knitting. And let's see, so it has basic beanie, striped beanie, fingerless mitts, family tube socks. I'd love to make tube socks. That would be very cool. Twisted garter hat, twisted garter scarf, lace cowl. Lace, okay. And then, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 projects. Then there are general instructions, yarn information, and meet Kathy Norris, who I'm guessing is the designer of these. So I'm just going to show you the projects. There's a hat. That's cute. Okay, I'm not going to show you the instructions, but the instructions, I'll just give you a peek, okay? You can see real quick. Whoop. Okay, so full color photographs, not drawings necessarily, but actual photographs, so that's always nice. Because I know you can get on YouTube and everything, but sometimes you just want to, if you don't want to be connected to a computer all the time, right? That's a nice hat. That's nice because that looks a little bit more involved, and it's actually got stripes, so somehow you're alternating 2 colors of yarn there. Interesting. So that looks like a little bit more advanced. There's the back of that hat. Ooh, these look, fingerless gloves. I love fingerless gloves. Those look nice. And yeah, see, I can tell even by looking at them that that's not using bulky yarn. Let's see, this particular yarn weight, it says lightweight. It's a 3. So I believe that's about a sport weight, which if you're familiar, like something like baby yarn, if you've used baby yarn, that's usually sport weight. So that's nice. That's good. So yeah, you don't have to have super bulky, thick yarn. Ooh, and then these socks. These socks are also say a light 3. So how cool is that? That's pretty neato. Alright, what else do they have here? Here are the socks shown in a pair of boots. Those are cute. Awesome. Those are very cute. Those would make some really nice gifts. Here's a twisted garter hat. It's also using 2 colors. That's kind of interesting. And then a scarf, a twisted garter scarf. Okay. And then, let's see. Oh, and then the cowl. I'm not a huge cowl lover. I'm just not my thing. But I mean, I don't wear coats a lot because it's I live in Florida, South Florida, no less. So I probably wear my coat, couple days a year. I have had the same coat since I was like 20. But I think from what I gather, most people, like if you had to wear a coat often, you can put a cowl, like a scarf, you can put the cowl there and then put your, collar around it. I prefer scarves because I can layer them better. All right, and then some general instructions, and they have some information here about the light. So to them, light, it says here they have a little graphic here, and this is not proprietary to this. You can find this online anywhere, but it lists the yarn weights, and it says a 3 light is a DK or a light worsted, and that a 2 is a sport weight. So I was totally wrong. So 3 is light worsted. Okay, that's not too bad, because a bulky is a number 5. So yeah, so bulky weight is something like when I've made loom hats on my other round looms and I had to use bulky weight, I used the Lion brand product. It was, I'm trying to remember the name of it. It was Lion brand Woolies Lion brand. You can make a hat with about 1 skein of that, a small hat. If you need to make like a big, like say you're making one for a big guy, you would need 2 skeins of that normally. So, and it, it's nice, but those are really thick. So it's nice to be able to use different weights. And I wonder, like, if so those 2 have light. I mean, obviously, I bet you the right. So the cowl uses medium weight 4, which I believe is worsted here. Yep. And then the striped hat is using a 3. And this first hat is using 4 medium weight, so it's worsted weight. And this would obviously, if you're totally new, the very first project is probably what you'd want to start with. And believe it or not, you can whip up a hat like this, seriously, on a loom in a couple of hours usually. Now I have never used an oval loom. I'm kind of curious, what's the difference? Why an oval versus a round loom? but I can already see the pegs. I can tell they're closer together, and so that means, yeah, that I can use thinner yarn. Now, of course, you could always double it. Like, for example, say I wanted to make something that required, you know, worsted weight yarn, and I only had fingering or sport weight or something like that. If you could double the yarn, but that's kind of a pain, you know. If you want to keep it simple, you want to use the right yarn. So okay, so this is an oval, and let's see, the back of this says the sizes. So the small oval has 54 pegs and is 11 3/4 inches by 5.5. So it must be 5.5 inches this way and 11 3/4 this way. And then the bigger loom, this is big. Wow, this is big. This is a big loom. This is a 70 peg loom, and it is 9 3/4 inches. I'm looking at the box, and 15.5 this way. Okay. I like the colors of these too. And then the little tooly thing, I'm trying to get that out of here. My little tool dude. Right, so this little guy. And basically what you do is you wrap yarn around here. This guy, you can see there's little grooves here in the pegs, and this is used to pull the yarn over the peg. But I'm going to follow the instructions. I kind of know, I know the basics of how to use a loom. Like I said, I've used them before, but I'm curious about this book. Now I just got to figure out what I'm going to make first. I guess I'll see what I have yarn stash wise, because yeah, I don't think I have a lot of light worsted. I might have some, but I don't know. We'll see how the difference is. But I do have worsted weight, I'm sure, so I could definitely make the hat. And this says you need to have 3 ounces or 145 yards, which would also be 85 grams or 133 meters, that's about a skein. So, and if you're going to use the loom, okay, so for this one that says the loom, the child's is you use the small one for a child size hat, and the 70 peg, the bigger one, for an adult size hat. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, so those are my initial thoughts. I'm very curious about this. I really do enjoy working with looms. You know, especially, like I said, anytime I have hand issues or I want to make something and I just, you know, I'm real busy, I want to craft, but I'm tired and I just don't have the brain matter to do anything too difficult. Looms are the way to go. So I will keep you posted. I will probably also post something on TammyPally.com about the Ultimate Oval Loom Knit Set here. And if you have any questions, feel free, of course, to always post them in the comments. And thank you for watching. I always appreciate a share and a thumbs up, and have a wonderful day. Bye.